Hi everyone, I hope you all are doing great. And if you are thinking of just one question, ki what should we do with the stock market right now, this is the correct video for all of you. Now, after falling for the continuous 7 days, today's stock market has given very great returns of close to 0.88%. Now, it is about Nifty. If you take a small cap, if you take mid cap, all of the indexes have given great returns today, especially the mid cap and the small cap sector. Now, if we take a look and we have to consider now what should be your next step right now, this is the correct video for all of you. Now, moving to the chart directly, because this is more of going to be part of the technical analysis rather than the fundamentals. Now, if we go back to the charts, I hope this chart is visible to all of you. Now, for the past 7 days, market has been going down and it has given a negative returns of close to 6 to 7%, if I'm not mistaken, close to 6.24. This is regarding the Nifty only. And within one day, the market has given a return of almost 0.88%. If I talk about mid cap, now mid cap was also down by close to, if I take from all-time high, mid cap was down by almost 6.62%. And within one day, the return that it has given is close to 1 point something, if I'm not mistaken, 1.74. Now, if I talk about Nifty small cap, so small cap was also down by close to 8% from its all-time high. And today it has given a good return of close to 2.05. Now, the question that comes to the mind is, sir, what should we do from this time? See, these temporary pullbacks does not mean that the trend has changed. First of all, we need a confirmation regarding whether there's a change in the trend or not. So if you take any of the index, let's say Nifty 50, see, one of the major support that we have in any of the index or any of the stock, that is the 50 EMA line, 200 EMA line, or the any of the EMA lines which plays a very important role. Generally, I consider 50 EMA and 200 EMA as the major support lines. Now, if you take a look at the 50 EMA right now, you will consider one thing, that the index is still below the 50 EMA. Now, being below 50 EMA does not mean that it is going to fall only, but we are technical analysts. We are here to just initiate the probability of something happening. Now, the probability of the stock or the index falling from this point is higher rather than the stock going up. It can happen that it might go up as well. I don't know about it. But if you consider the past 120 days or the past 4 months, Nifty has never gone below the 50 EMA line. And it has gone just one time, that too on the day of election results, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 4th of June. Election results, it was down by close to 6%, one of the biggest fall of Nifty that we have seen. Now, so I would suggest you not to play with your FOMO and going and buying the stock right now. Let's say you have 1 lakh rupees right now. So you are not supposed to go and put all of the amount today itself or tomorrow itself. As Rakesh Jhunjhunwala ji has already said, that you are not supposed to put all the money at once and you are not supposed to book all the profit at once. This is what I follow for myself, because psychology is something that you only can cover. You have to win over the psychology. Now, what should be your strategy from the time being, and what actually I am planning, I'm going to discuss about that thing as well. Now, when I'm saying I'm not going to put all my money, the very first question is, sir, are you going to put any money at all? So definitely I have put down a very small amount today in some sector only. Now, which sector I have put my money, I am going to discuss that. First of all, the reason that why I'm not saying no, don't put all the money at once, because there has been no confirmation regarding the change in the trend. So we are still waiting for the change in the trend. If the trend change is confirmed, if the Nifty closes above this 50 EMA tomorrow, we will start planning out. Now, most of the stocks that I have in my portfolio, they are more or less the mid cap and the small cap sector stocks. Now, what is large cap, mid cap, and small cap? We have already discussed. Now, when I talk about the mid cap stock, so one of the stocks that I have is Skipper. Now, if you remember, we discussed about this stock when the stock was close to 300. Now, right now it is close to 500. If you check the price volume action of the stock, every time it is going up, the volumes are high. Correct? Every time the stock is giving a very going up, it is giving a very good or very high volume. this tends to show a increase or increase strength in the stock. And when the strength is strong, we are there to buy it, correct? So we have this stock at the average price of close to 300. We have already discussed with you regarding this stock. Now the point is, what I'm trying to tell over here is, sir, should we go and buy it tomorrow? Definitely not, because if you wanted to buy in the morning, if you would have purchased, it would have been a very great purchase. Why? Because the stock was close to 50 EMA. As I discussed, 50 EMA act as an important support line. So every time you buy at the 50 EMA, it is a very good purchase. And yes, one more thing, you have to take a look at the candle which is forming at the 50 EMA. So if something like this thing is happening, if you can see, if something like this thing is happening, it says a confusion. And the very next day, the stock opened a little higher. I am damn sure the stock is going to go high, 14% up. So this is how you actually start analyzing things, because candle plays a very important role. So you need to understand the game which is played by the candles. So this is the very first thing regarding the stock market and what you should do in the market right now. Now, the second question that a lot of you guys are asking is regarding the defense sector stock. You have a lot of defense sector stocks, and the question that I'm getting a lot these days is regarding, so what to do with the defense sector. So let us take defense sector right now. The most famous stock in the defense sector that we have is the Hindustan Aeronautics. Now, HAL is almost down by how much percentage? If we not consider today's move, it is down by 28% from its all-time high. Now, if you see one thing, this 50 EMA is acting as a very major resistance right now. So the stock keeps on falling from that point. Now this is the 200 EMA line. This is the 200 EMA line, and now the stock is showing some kind of support. This is something that I wanted, a support. Correct, everyone? Now let us take different stocks. Let's say GRSE. Something very similar. The stock is down by almost 48% something. It means it has halved your money. Now these are the stocks where number of retailers are trapped. Okay. And today's stock is up by almost 8%. Then we take a stock. Now you see the one thing again, it is going up, touch the 50 EMA line, came back, touch the 50 EMA line, came back, touch the 200 EMA line, and now it has got some strength. Other stock, Mazagon, one of the famous stock. Mazagon is bit on the higher side still. It is still showing some strength. The stock is down by almost 34%, but there is no change in the trend. The stock is still in the downtrend. Okay, so Mazagon, not a good buy, to be honest. Then we have BHEL, which is again a very famous stock in the defense segment. The stock is almost down by 24-25%, which is not that bad if you consider other stocks in the same segment, and it has shown some good strength. Now what to do? The question is what to do right now with the defense sector. So my very simple answer to all of you, if you have BHEL, if you have HAL, if you have Mazagon, no, sorry, not Mazagon, if you have GRSE, then you should consider averaging it out a little. Now, if you're thinking of the fresh entry, I would not suggest to directly go with any of the defense sector stocks, to be honest. I would suggest one alternative to that thing. So what is that alternative is all about? I have already invested in this fund. Okay, why don't I see that? Okay, we cannot see that over here. So let me show you over here. Motilal Defense ETF. So this is one of the funds which is actually an ETF. And today I have invested a very small amount in this ETF, and it has given me like close. I invested in the morning only, somewhere close to 910 or 920. I'm not sure. So I invested a very small amount over there, and it was up by almost 4 to 5% at that time when I started investing. So close to 4.4%. Again, this is completely a sectoral index, and I'm investing in the defense sector. Two reasons. Still, I'm not saying that defense sector, the P ratio has declined a lot, because if you just go and check on the screener, so still, if you check HAL or any other stock, the P ratio of HAL is almost 35, although which is healthy P ratio. I'm not saying that it is bad. What about Mazagon? 35. So right now, these are the healthy ratios, P ratios. Because if I check P ratio over here, it was close to 50 at a point in time. Generally, it is close to 35, 36. So healthy PE ratio, although PEG ratio says that it is a bit on the expensive side. So that is the reason now I'm planning to invest over this fund. Let me find that fund. Yeah, no, defense ETF. So this is the ETF where I am planning to put my money. I've actually put down a very small amount today. As I told you, we don't put all the investment at once. We will buy gradually and we will always book profit gradually. We are never going to enter the market with the full force. I wanted to put 1 lakh. I have put down only 20,000 in this fund today. Now, gradually, when the time comes, I'll keep on increasing the investment. If I feel like, okay, the dip is coming again, reinvest. Still, the dip is coming because, to be honest, I don't feel like the stock is down by 40-50%. It is going to go down more because it is already damn too down, correct? And this fund started from 77. Today it was 68. My investment is at 69 point something. I'm not sure. 71 is the closing. So do you really think that it is going to go down way before, way much after that? I doubt, to be honest. So now this is what I am planning to do in the defense sector, because this was the major query that I was getting regarding the defense sector. Now I hope I have defense sector and what we have to do in the market after all. Now, if you still have any queries, feel free to reach out to me in the comment section, everyone. By the time, have a great day and have a pleasant investing, everyone.